Peace, family. Happy 11/11. We are entering into a new gateway portal and the dimensions have shifted. Can you feel it? Yo, the dreams have been super active, and I don't know about y'all, but I feel it all in my nervous system. Those who are empathic, those who are tapped in, those who are healers, oracles, shamans, empaths, hypersensitives, like my magical beings out there who tapped into the channel, you already know what time it is. Now, I'm going to wait for some more people to come up in the building. There we go. There we go. My bad. I don't know why, but I thought I had pressed go. But anyway, peace, family. How's everybody doing? I just had a glitch just now. Mercury is retrograding. You feel me? Because I'm like, wait a minute. Am I live? Am I not live? Yo, the portals is open. How are y'all feeling? Where y'all coming from? Y'all know where I'm from. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to my New Yorkers in the building. Where y'all coming from, family? Listen, yo, the dimensional shifts is crazy right now. And we're going to be diving into that in this live. So when you come through, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Share this with a friend because you know we got to be our own algorithm. Oh, you feel me? Okay, I see the family coming in the building. What's up? We're going to give you some screen time. Hold up. What's up, boo? Yes. Blissful Evolving's in the building. Jay Brown. Okay, yes. Georgia. Reels, how you doing, boo? Yes, I see a lot of familiar faces. And shout out to the new people, too. What's up, boobie? If you're new to my channel, how you doing? Hold up. So happy I caught this one. Yes. Y'all know how we do with the lives. We're very impromptu. Sometimes we don't plan. Sometimes something hits my spirit and say, you know what? Turn on the camera. Let's go. We got a message to deliver. Some of y'all have already been feeling the shifts, and some of y'all probably got your own downloads last night. Anybody else been having some crazy dreams? I'm doing good, boo. How you doing, Shadow? Adrena, what's up? All right, South Carolina in the building. Yes. Shout out to my Geechies. Okay. Yes. Texas. Listen, Mercury is retrograding, so expect to have some issues with your phone, with your technology, your laptop, with the cars, like I'm telling you, communication issues. And we're going to get all into that because that has a lot to do with the shift. Now, for those who are wondering, what's the big deal about 11/11? Like, time is irrelevant anyway, and we're on a Gregorian calendar, so it technically is not even 11/11. I totally agree with you. Because that's my sentiments as well. And first of all, let me ring this bell. I brought my bell, y'all, so y'all know when the bell comes out, it's about to get real. We about to channel, all right? So make sure you come through, bringing in that good energy. The bell is to clear out the stagnant energy, evil eye, all of that. We deflect and we reflect back into its source. Ashe, okay. We don't got time for that type of energy today. When I tell you, yo, the enemy was definitely trying to tempt me today. I'm telling you, like, yo, you got to be very, very, very grounded today because there's going to be temptation and people are going to be trying to knock you off your square. If you've been doing the spiritual work, you know what I'm talking about. People are going to try to test you. Brooklyn, hey, what's up, Faith? Yes, the DMV in the building, London in the building, Indiana. All right, Atlanta. Yes. Okay, Mississippi, okay. All right, so we got people coming up in the building. Shout out to the moderators in the building. They always holding it down. What's up, Leslie Lester? Always supporting the channel. I appreciate you. Yes. What's up, Ancient Zai? Okay, booby. That's a cute little default pic. Yes. I love that pink on you. All right. And TJ, listen, TJ is the veteran up in here. And shout out to the veterans. Shout out to the veterans in the building. If you have any veterans in your family, if you are a veteran, you definitely need to be working with the ancestors and the spirits. Okay, today is Tuesday, the day of war, the day of Mars. And if you don't tap into your warrior spirits, you sleeping. Brownsville, never run, never will. Yo, my family from there. What's up, boo? We probably cousins. Hey. Yes. Yes, listen, you know what? The algorithm's been algorithming, okay? And that's why a lot of my loyal supporters have not been getting the notification. But I want y'all guys to hit the notification bell because I don't know why. Some people have been emailing me saying, yo, Conjure Queen, they removed me from your channel. I never did that. I totally believe you. But listen, hit that thumbs up button, hit that bell. We about to go into this topic right now, okay? Okay. And some of y'all will definitely be getting visits from deceased loved ones, those who have passed on because the gateway portal is open, right? Whenever we're in this time of Scorpio season, right, that October, November energy, we call it spooky season, right? So the reason why we call it spooky season is because that veil that separates the living and the dead, or the material natural world and the spiritual realm, that veil is kind of thin. You can't really feel it. You can't really sense it. It's gone. Right? And for those who are extra sensitive, it's like we feel that thing like automatically. Like our ears are ringing, we getting chills in our spine, on our skin, our hairs are standing up, our animals are acting up. They know what's up, okay? Because spirits, babies, animals, all of us, like they are tapped into the frequencies. Now, here's one thing I will say, right? I always question everything, right? Like when I hear a lot of trending noise and trending topics like, oh, 1111, angel numbers, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't be so quick to jump on the bandwagon. I've never been that way. And I'm quite sure if y'all follow my channel, y'all also don't follow trends, right? We don't follow trends, we make them. And we also critically think before we jump on any type of topic or anything like that. I always tell y'all, make sure that you cross-reference what you hear, what you see, even on my channel. Don't ever take anything I say as gospel. I always give y'all my resources because I want y'all to be true scholars and take your spiritual studies seriously, right? So first of all, yes, we are in a Gregorian calendar. And for those people that's wondering what the hell does that mean, basically, those who control your time control your life. And I really want y'all to get this book called Time in the Technosphere. I wanted to do a breakdown of that, and Matt, you know what? Maybe I should actually go and grab that book right now. I mean, you know what? I think I might. If y'all want me to grab that book, it's right over there in my library. I might go grab it. Let me make a note of that. But I want to also say, numerology is actual real science. And if you want to get technical, none of this really exists, right? Like, planets don't exist, numbers don't exist, I don't exist, you don't exist. We are all just figments of our own imagination. If you've taken ayahuasca, if you've taken strong shrooms, any type of psychedelic, it will definitely make you realize that we are all one and we are not separate. None of this shit even matters. But because we are in this physical body and we are having this human physical experience, there are certain rules and laws that we have to abide by, right? In order to go through life in a harmonious way, right? Like there's certain natural laws or principles, right? The 7 universal principles that I always talk about. Okay, don't worry about it, Aura. I got you right now. I always list my books and my resources. It's called Time in the Technosphere. I'm going to grab my book. Don't worry. I'm going to get it. I made a note to get it. Hold on. Time and the Technosphere. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Any students of Bobby Hemmett in the building? Bobby Hemmett, which is my teacher, has put me onto that book, and it definitely changed my mind and my whole entire thinking when it came to the world, time, and space. Okay? Time and space is an illusion, and the reason why I bring that up is because, you know, as deep thinkers, you know, we know that none of this shit is real, and none of this shit really matters in the grand scheme of things. However, because we are here in this moment right here and right now, we want to understand how the universe corresponds with us through numbers, through symbols, and things of that nature. And so when we look at the science of numerology, our ancestors tried to understand how the world works. How do we correlate with the world, right? Because they say as within, so without, as above, so below. So if that is the case, that means that we affect the world as the world affects us. And so by studying numerology, because that's why we're talking about 1111, right? By studying numerology, we get to understand, like, why is this day relevant? Because we all as a collective observe this day as November 11th or 11/11. We collectively agreed to this. So that means that it has some truth to it, and we make it real because we agree. The same way that you give value to money, when in all reality it's just a piece of paper, right? Okay. So I just had to make that disclaimer to let you guys know that we're all aware that this shit is an illusion anyway. We're in a dream world. And because we're in a dream world, for those who are lucid dreamers, shout out to my lucid dreamers out there, we can create and manipulate this shit. That's what my whole platform is about. I want to teach you how to understand this world and how to utilize it, hack the system or the matrix, so that way it works in your favor and not against you. Now, 11. First of all, let's break it down. 11 is a master number, right? Shout out to those people who are born on the 11th of the month, because these people are very, very powerful people. These people tend to be innovators, free thinkers. They're starters. They're pioneers. They're the ones who come up with inventions and things of that nature. We're stepping into the time of the Aquarius age, right? Technology is advancing. Look at AI, right? Look how everything is changing around the world. And it's happening a lot faster than human beings are evolving. Matter of fact, let me go grab that book. I'm going to go grab that book. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to go grab it. Let me go grab that book, because y'all got to see time in the technosphere. And I'm going to also break down the numerology of the 11. Time in the technosphere. It's right here. And you know what? Y'all gonna learn today, because I'm a bookworm. And y'all gonna become bookworms too with me. All right. Y'all all right? Okay. Now, oh, it's Brother Yosef's birthday. Happy birthday to Brother Yosef. Yes, he definitely does. He's doing his work too. I know people told me, he shouted me out a few times on his platform. And me and him been saying that we was going to do a collab, but you know, life be lifing, and sometimes we be busy, but we're going to make it happen. This is Time in the Technosphere. This is a powerful book. And this is one of those books I feel like, it's called Time in the Technosphere, The Law of Time and Human Affairs by Jose Aguilares. Okay, he's also the author of The Mayan Factor. Okay, so for those who wondering where can you get this book, I do have a link in my description. I have a book list of the books that changed my life and books that I recommend to people through Amazon. Now, I'm not the author of this book. I'm not selling this book. I just simply refer books to you, and the vendors, this is the seller, right? So I just want to make that clear. Now, Time in the Technosphere. So first of all, one of the things about the number 11 is that it starts with the number 1, right? What is 1? Well, 1 comes out of the 0. What does the 0 symbol look like? And when it comes to numbers, I want you to think with your childlike mind right now, because your childlike mind is more of the godlike mind. Children are closer to God than anything. Now, when you look at a circle or a 0, right? What does that remind you of? Shout it out in the building. If you in the chat, when you see a 0, what does that look like? If you got a child near you, if your daughter, son, niece, nephew, cousins is near you, ask them, what does that look like? What symbol does that look like? It looks like an egg. It looks like an opening. It looks like a portal, a hole, right? The hole that you come through of your mother's womb, right? The cosmic egg. An eye. Okay, somebody said it looks like an eye. Okay, DG. Right. The circle, the end and the beginning. A baby. Okay, these are some good answers. I like these. So, yes, when you think about the 0, and it's also a circle, when you study sacred geometry, they say that the circle, and even in magic and esoteric, the occult, they say the circle represents like the beginning, infinity, right? The serpent eating its tail in a circle, the world. When you look at the tarot, right? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because when you actually look at things for their symbol instead of the meaning that we were taught in school, because we got to deprogram that. A lot of those things was lies. When you look at the number itself, 0 is the void. It is the beginning, the end. It has no value, so they say. It's infinity. And out of that 0, the first emergence that come out of that, the first number of being that comes out of that is the 1. And what is that in the tarot? The magician. I'm going to have to probably do a breakdown of the tarot. I've been saying I want to do this. But anyway, the 1. Now, ones are, if you think about anybody who's born on the 1st, the 11th, what is it? The 28th, the 28th of the month, the 29th, because when you add up the numbers like the 2 and the 9 and you get the 11, these are people who are innovators. They're leaders. Even when it comes to your name, when you break down the numerology of your name, if you have a lot of 1s in your name, these are people who could be bossy, people who don't like to take orders, people who are assertive, like they mean what they say and they say what they mean. These are people who also can be very envied in life. Okay? Because when you're a number 1, like you do things, you're the pioneer of your family. You are the generational curse breaker. And when you have this 1 energy amplified twice in the 11, because we don't simplify master numbers in numerology, right? When you have the 11, it amplifies it even more. So they say that those who are born under the cycle of a master number, and this is a master number day, when you born under this frequency, you are meant to do great things. However, if you don't end up doing what the 11 or that master number calls you to do, you can have a very difficult life. I'm not going to lie. You have a choice, right? Because we all have the power of free will. They say in many different spiritual occult texts that not even God can interfere in human affairs of free will. So if that's the case, that tells you that you always have a choice. And that's what this energy in this video is about. It's about the choices that you make going on from here and on out. We get several resets. So consider this like a cosmic reset. If you haven't been liking how your life has been going, whatever it is in whatever area of your life, if you're not happy, today is the day where you want to sit down and meditate and think about it. What is it in my life that's making me uncomfortable? And not uncomfortable in a way where it's making you grow, right? Because sometimes growth is uncomfortable. So don't get those two things confused. Don't get that confused. When I'm talking about uncomfortable, I'm talking about as far as being in a box, a square, right? The 1 energy doesn't like to be boxed in. Like it gets restless. It needs to move. It's active, right? Even when you want to break down and go into chemistry with isotopes and, when you think about the nucleus, it's balanced out with the electron, the neutron, and proton, right? Like if you have 1 electron, you have to have 1 proton. And if you have extra electrons, then it's called volatile. It becomes very active. Sorry, y'all, my nerd side's coming out. Shout out to my scientists out there. Okay, we got somebody in the building who loves science too. This is how I'm able to break down these higher sciences into smaller, understandable, bite-sized things where I can explain it to a 5-year-old. Because when you think about it, as above, so below, all of this stuff is correlated and it makes sense. You feel me? So let me hide this. Hold on. Listen, let me take a sip of my water. I got my chlorophyll water. So y'all probably like, what the hell is that dirty water she drinking? Baby, if you haven't heard, if you're new to my channel, I always talk about chlorophyll water. This detoxes you. It helps with weight loss. It's good for your skin. A lot of y'all ask me, how do I keep my skin clear and glowing? I drink chlorophyll water every day. And if you amplify this with some collagen pills, baby, oh my God, you're going to look 10 years younger than whatever age you are. You feel me? I'm telling you. Chlorophyll water, this one particularly, and I also have this in my Amazon link under elixirs. It's really good for purifying the blood, heavy metals. So I live in New York City. Y'all already know, New York, the air quality here, if you do not cleanse yourself and constantly get these chemicals out, you're going to feel heavy. They spraying chemtrails like every day. So we have to be on top of our cleanses. We have to be on top of detoxing. And not even in New York, but it's America in general. The food been tasting weird. Like they've been spraying the food, injecting stuff in the meat. Like, listen, it's been crazy. But where was I? Going back to the 1. So when you have that 11 energy, look at 1111. Don't it look like 2 doorways? right? And when you look at the thumbnail of this video, it's two doorways. One, what they say when one door closes, one opens up. Who heard that saying before? I know y'all had to hear that saying before. That means that if you've been feeling like there's a chapter in your life that has been closing, something else is opening up. A new path is opening up. But in order for that new door to open up, you got to be willing to let go and make the choice. Once you make that declaration, okay, something's hitting my spirit. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Once you make that declaration that you're ready for change, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you feel like you've been running around in circles, right? We all know what it feels like to be in a box. That uncomfortable feeling where it's like, yo, you're ready to stretch and grow, but you're cramped up in a space that you know you've outgrown. Whether it's a job, a relationship, a living situation, habits, addictions, and you know that it's destroying your life. It is not allowing you to become the person that you know you're meant to be. You've seen it, you tasted it, you felt it, you know where you're supposed to be in life, and you know it's probably that one thing that is holding you back. It is time to let that thing go. It is time to release it. And I know it's hard because sometimes a lot of people, something hit my spirit again right now. Okay. Some people are so used to toxicity that they don't know who they would be without it. I'm speaking to somebody right now. Some people have been raised up in toxic homes, used to toxic relationships, used to being around toxic friends or toxic coworkers, toxic people, toxic work environments. Everything around them is toxicity, maybe even in their own neighborhood. And so they never really understood what peace is. So when peace is finally introduced into their life, it feels foreign. It feels strange. It's something that they never understood before, never encountered before. So naturally, it's going to disturb their nervous system. What the hell is this? Okay, you feel me? You feel me? It's like your whole entire life. Anybody ever been in a toxic relationship, and when you finally leave that toxic relationship and you find somebody who's healthy, who wants to love on you and pour into you, that shit feels scary as fuck. Cause you like, yo, hold up, wait a minute. Like, is this a trick? Who sent you? You feel me? Who sent you? You must be an agent. Ain't no way. So you start to get doubtful. And sometimes you may self-sabotage. But you got to be careful, okay? Because those are certain attachment styles, right? If you're anxious, if you're avoidant, if you always that type of person that's expecting the worst, things are too good to be true. Oh, 222, people in the building, confirmation. If you're always expecting things to come through, that like let's say something good happens, and you so used to things not working out, you don't even look forward to anything anymore. You have like a very pessimistic, negative way of thinking of things because you like, you know what? I know this ain't gonna last because nothing good ever lasts in my life. And I get it, right? That's a trauma response. I totally get where you're coming from because I once was like that too. Spirit had to check me and say, yo, you're the reason why you're repeating these cycles because your mind, your subconscious mind is listening to you. It's like a genie. And if you're telling your mind constantly, you know what, I don't deserve this, or I know this is not going to last, or this is too good to be true, you're going to start to see things wrong with that. How many times have you self-sabotaged yourself? Come on, let's be real. We've all done it. We've all done it. The numbers is talking. Numbers don't lie, right? So that 1111 gateway is saying it's time for you to leave the old door, walk out of that old door and walk into the new. That's the dimensional shift, but you have the choice. That's why in the video, and the title of this video is Your Dimensional Shifts, right? This is your dimensional shift. You choose the dimensions. There's many different dimensions, right? The multiverse theory, that there's multiple universes, and you get to choose which universe you want to step into in this doorway. Because as a collective, we've agreed that this is the day where a portal is open, Mercury is retrograding, so it's making us think with our mind, like, okay, is this what I really want? Right? And even when you look at Mercury retrograde, when you look at it, it says Mercury RX, When you look at a prescription, it's a RX, right? So this is a prescription for you to not only analyze your mind and your thinking, right? But you to also shift in your movement. Mercury is about movement. He moves quickly. And that one energy amplifies that even more. Hello. Shout out to the members in the building. I've been having anxiety, but I just started working with Kali Ma. Oh my God, Kali Ma. Listen. I have went down that rabbit hole talking about the shadow work, right? Talking about like dark matter, working with the dark goddess. And a lot of people, some people get scared when they hear of that, but I want you to understand that that subconscious mind can be scary because a lot of us don't want to go there. That's why we stay busy. That's why we entertain ourselves to not think about those scary moments when we're laying down at night and we don't want to have those thoughts, right? Those traumas, those memories, those moments that we want to forget. But Mercury retrograde is going to challenge you to face those things because you have to face it in order to go through it. You can't run away from yourself because no matter where you go, there you are. Yes, thank you so much. What's up, Straight Panther? Yes, support those. And you know what? Once again, y'all, I do this full time. I quit my job in 2015. I do not have a job. This spirit told me that this is what I'm meant to do. I trusted spirit. And a spirit probably came to y'all and told y'all, listen, you have to make a decision and a choice. I walked out of my corporate job. It was paying well, good benefits and all of that. And spirit said, this is what you're meant to do. So you have to walk by faith and not by sight. So yes, I appreciate all those who do donate to the channel, whether it's Cash App or Super Chat. It helps me to continue to keep going. I appreciate you. Thank you. And even if you're not able to donate, because I understand financial times is hard for a lot of people, America is going through a lot. The world is going through a lot right now. A thumbs up does support as well. I appreciate you. Shout out to the moderators in the building. Yes. What's up, Foxy? Okay. So when you step into this new world, this new portal, you're going to feel uncomfortable. The first thing that you want to do is run back. Right? How many times you have, hold on, what happened? Why did this turn off? I want the comments to show. How many times have you walked away from a toxic situation that you know that you outgrew or you was better than or you didn't need anymore? It served its purpose. And then you get that feeling, that itch, right? That you got to go back. Going back to that relationship, hooking back up with that ex. And listen, I'm telling you right now, the exes is going to come knocking on the door. If y'all don't follow my Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at I am Conjure Queen. I also put the link in my description because in my stories, sometimes I don't post it too much in my post because people be reporting it. But sometimes in my stories, I be posting some ratchet, raunchy shit. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I be posting my conscious shit, but I'm a Cancer, so you know, we got that double nature, that dark side of the moon and the light side. So sometimes it get a little crazy in the stories. But I'm just letting you know, because I don't want nobody reporting me. But I have posted something about exes coming back. Okay? Exes is going to try to come back. People from the past is going to try to come back. People that maybe hurt you is going to try to come back to get a redo, a do-over. And some people might even say it's been happening as well. Right, Wendy? Some people already been saying, like, look, they already tried. Terry is telling you. They're gonna come and listen. If you need to talk to them to resolve whatever thing, resolve it and do what you gotta do. Because sometimes conversations must happen. Mercury is about communication, right? If you need that communication to have that closure, then do that. If that's the medicine for you, because Mercury also deals with healing, medicine, do that. Stewie just blocked them. I mean, like I said, I'm not advertising you get back with them, but I'm trying to tell you something, right? You keep looking in the rearview mirror because there's something that's still unfinished there. And you need to ask yourself, why do I keep looking back in the rearview mirror and you're not seeing what's in front of you? You're missing the blessings in front of you. It's kind of like the Four of Cups in the Tarot, where he has all this cup is being gifted to him, but he's too busy focusing on all of the other issues in the world and all his other problems and things that he missed out on He can't see the opportunity that's being presented to him. So don't miss your blessing stressing over a karmic relationship. And I put that in my stories as well. You see, I can't get as ratchet and shit as I want to on YouTube, because YouTube is a little bit bougie. But Instagram stories, I can say whatever I want to say up there. Okay? And Miss K, girl, I feel you. She's done with that. She's like, yo, I'm not going back. Girl, I'm ready to go through the new door. As you should, booby. As you should. We not spinning the block. No, absolutely not. And I feel you. And I love that for y'all, because I feel like more people now, we're getting stronger, where we're starting to realize our worth, what we deserve. And I love that for y'all. I love that for me. I love that for all of us. I love that for all of us. Now, I want to say something too, right? Think about 10 years ago, yourself 10, 20 years ago, where you were, okay? I want you to realize that every decision, every choice, every move that you've made is why you are where you are right now. Some of us go through life unconsciously being pulled in all different directions, wondering why we're feeling tired and drained, because there are beings and distractions that are constantly pulling at our subconscious mind. This is social media. This is advertisement. And for those of y'all who's wondering how I know this, well, baby, like, I went to school for advertising public relations. Not that the educational academic system even matters, because that's full of bullshit. But I want y'all to understand that there were certain things that I learned while I was there. Now I see why Spirit made me go down that path, so I can understand. They basically tell you, advertisement, they consistently keep bombarding you with these jingles and these songs and these little phrases, so that way it gets jammed into your subconscious mind. Let's say, for instance, you didn't even have the taste to go and eat any type of Popeyes. Now all of a sudden you wondering why you want to go get Popeyes chicken. Now all of a sudden you hungry and you got the taste to eat. You wasn't even hungry before. You don't know why. Yes. Oh, you on a roll today, girl. They literally are programming you. They've been programming us since we were children. Y'all need to go watch this movie called They Live. It's an 80s movie. It's a throwback movie. When I was little, my grandmother used to love this movie. She used to sit there and I used to watch it with her. And I'd be like, Grandma, why are we watching this old movie? And my grandmother was tapped in. Like, she was into all of the sci-fi and stuff. And I used to love watching it with her. That movie, They Live, is a documentary. It's based on a real story. Like, that's real. They are literally, through subliminal messages, whether it's music videos and all of that. And listen, y'all, hold up. Well, let me fix my camera, sorry. This is another book that I have in my list, Signs and Symbols. I always talk about this, right? I'm going to have to do, and listen, if you're watching the replay or whatever, comment in the comment section that you want me to do a breakdown of this book. And I want y'all, if you are into metaphysics, the occult, consciousness, spirituality, dream work, medicine work, oracle work, whatever it is, and you're working on yourself, you have to understand that the universe's language is signs and symbols. Signs and symbols run the world. Why do you think that these musicians, the Illuminati, use these symbols? I want to demystify and I want to break down what these symbols really mean, because there's no such thing as an evil symbol. They put evil energy into that symbol in order to control you. Once you understand what these symbols are, the spell can no longer affect you. Why do you think that your consciousness, why do you think that you're not asleep? Why do you think that you woke up? Why do you think that you're different from everybody else in your family? Why do you think that you were chosen? Right? Because they say that true magicians are immune to certain control mechanisms. You are immune to it. all of the brainwashing, subliminal messages. That's why they say in that book, sorry, I hope I'm not bombarding y'all with books, because y'all know y'all need to have a pen and paper handy. Straight Panther told y'all, have y'all notes ready when you come on my lives. They have a book called Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune. And she talks about that. She says the reason why people are able to be under psychic attack, somebody could do black magic or witchcraft to you, right? Sorcery to you. And so while some people, it's harder to put witchcraft on them. The reason why that is because it's called, like, they're dropping subliminal messages in your subconscious mind, right? They are more susceptible to hypnotic suggestion. It's hypnotism, right? Hypnosis. So that's why even when you notice like certain speakers, and even news anchors, they talk in a very rhythmic way. Pay attention, because most people don't notice it. But rhythmic speaking is when you kind of talk like this and you make people tap into what you're saying, because you know that's what I mean. You see how I'm doing that? Right? I'm doing it in an obvious way, but pay attention to when these news anchors or media spokespeople are talking. They all saying the same thing and they talk in a certain way. Now, okay, Macy. So, because y'all know I give y'all homework and work to do, and I'm also going to give y'all resources to feed your brain, feed your body, and also elevate and feed your spirit. That's what this is all about. We don't come here to be slaves to work just to pay bills. That's what they give to distract you. That's why we're so busy stressed. And when you're stressed, your cortisol levels are so high, your DNA constricts and is not able to expand. And that is why you're not able to fully tap in and get these cosmic downloads that you're supposed to be getting from your spirit guides and your ancestors. They know what they're doing. They feed off of the stress. They love it. Who in here knows somebody who actually intentionally just goes around stressing people out? They feed off of that. They're like parasites, vampires. Y'all seen Sinners, right? Vampires are real, baby. And some of y'all may have some of these parasites or vampires around y'all and y'all don't know, but I'm going to hip y'all to it. Now let me see, because I want to read something from this book. Let me see. It's been a while since I opened this up. Let's see. There's something that pops out to me that I could read to y'all. Okay. The taboo on the number 13, epitomized by the superstition about Friday the 13th, must certainly be related to the suppression of the solar lunar 13th moon, the 28-day calendar in virtually all historical societies. This irrational repulsion of the number 13 serves psychologically in defense of the rationality of the number 12, a number that does not circulate time and is at the root of the linear concept of time. The illogical and irrational decisions that are made and then institutionalized into the human social fabric must at one point be discounted. Any illusion or error pursued for too long will always end in disaster. So what he's basically saying is that we are living in a timeline and a time frame that is not logical. Because they control your time, they also control your mind. Those who control your time control your life. Why you think they want you working all of these hours? Busy, stressed, right? He says in this book that the ancient societies worked off of a 13 moon cycle. Every month had 28 days. Wait, let me verify that. I think I said 28, right? 28 days. The moon cycle. So what did they do? They tried to deter that. That's why I'm like, you know what? This cycle makes no sense, because some months we got 31 days. Then some days we got 30. Then we got 28. Then they got this thing called a leap year, which makes no sense. Since I was little, I was like, yo, that don't even make sense. How they just randomly choose when they're going to pick certain days. Like, what? Oh, okay. Just look at this. Like, it's really elaborate, y'all. Like, it breaks it down. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett, yo. Like, once you read this book and you understand that the time that they gave us is bullshit, and once you step out of that and you understand that the technosphere, because y'all like probably wondering, what is the technosphere? the technosphere is basically the fake world, right? The technical world. He says in his book that technology is advancing more than the human spiritual consciousness, and as long as we continue going in that path, the world is going to lead to destruction. That's what he just said. Nothing's good going to come out of that. So he says and remember, we have our own inner biological clock, right? The circadian rhythm. And I have another book on that. I don't feel like getting up and going because I don't want to keep stopping y'all, because I have tons of books on that. The circadian rhythm. And that's why you notice, right? Like, if you ever go to bed after 11 or 12 midnight, right? You'll notice even if you get 8 hours of sleep, you still feel a little fatigued and tired. Well, that's because during certain times or hours, and hours really just mean which angle the sun is in the sky or space relative to the earth, right? There's certain organs in your body that is doing its job, right? Like there's certain hours where your lungs are working, your kidneys are working, your spleen, your stomach, your gallbladder, your heart, all of that is working. And they say, I believe, like around 11 p.m. is when your gallbladder and your liver is detoxing, right? From 11 p.m. to like 1 o'clock in the morning, I believe, is when your liver and any Chinese medicine, people who practice I Ching or stuff like that can probably tell you, Eastern medicine, they'll tell you that, you know, your liver, if your liver doesn't detox properly, because you're supposed to be asleep at that time, if you're not asleep at that time, you're carrying on those same toxins onto the next day, making your organs overwork. And not to mention, a lot of us are not eating as healthy as we should. Not because we don't want to, but because a lot of the times we don't know better. And also the quality of the food is poison. So yes, even though you may be going to the grocery store and buying health foods, it's sprayed with toxins. It's probably not even grown from the ground. The fish and the food is farmed, and they don't take care of the animals properly. And a lot of that science got lost to us, right? Like our indigenous ancestors knew how to sacrifice the animals, how to fish, and how to harvest certain herbs properly. You're supposed to give prayer and thank the land for the offering. Don't take all of it from the land. You're supposed to leave some behind. That's another book I got called Native American Natural Medicine over there. Also in my Amazon list. And also, y'all, even though I be recommending a lot of books, I want to also say I don't promote my own book. I have my own book, y'all. I be forgetting to tell people about it, but I have an ebook. It's called Breaking Out of the Matrix. And I have the link in the description of this video. If you're interested in learning how to break out of this matrix or this fake technosphere, right? Because I talk about time in the technosphere in that book too, in my book. It's called Breaking Out of the Matrix. It's on my website. And basically, it teaches you about the 7 universal principles, how to hack into this matrix, how to see through the bullshit and the lies, how to see these certain symbols and things and understand how to work with it, right? It's not about feeling like, oh my God, you know, those empowered, that we're nothing, we can't fight them, there's nothing we can do. Like, never think that. First of all, they lied to us, making us think that they're more powerful than they are, and they're really not. That's why it was a PSYOP mission to put out those Illuminati videos, making people think, and a lot of those people was agents too. I went down a rabbit hole, y'all. That's why I got this book. I first stepped into my journey back in 2006, 2007. And, you know, I started questioning. I'm like, I found that Rihanna video, Umbrella, and they started saying like, oh, Rihanna's an Illuminati, look at those symbols. And I started going down that rabbit hole, like, what's Illuminati? What's this all-seeing eye about? What's this pyramid triangle mean? Like, what's ISIS? What's Set? Like, these are demons? And I started noticing that a lot of these videos, they kept going back to saying, like, you got to go to Jesus Christ. You got to go to Muhammad and praise Allah. You got to go here. So I'm like, wait, why are they forcing religion on me? Like, hold on, wait a minute. Because at that time, at that time, I was an atheist, right? I went through a lot of stuff in my life. So I went from I was raised as a Christian. My family was Christian, raised in the church. And then I ended up rebelling against that because the church wasn't answering my questions. So I started questioning everything about life, became atheist. And then I went down this rabbit hole with the Illuminati, and I started understanding about symbols and stuff. And they saying like, oh, wait a minute, these symbols is older than what they saying. And these are not demonic. These are ancient indigenous symbols that they carved, and they used to use these symbols in order to manifest things, in order to summon their ancestors, in order to gain power, in order to manifest what it is that they wanted. And that's what I want to teach y'all is that, I've been lied to. I've been bamboozled just as well as y'all. Right? They demonized our ancestors. They told us our indigenous practices was wicked. They beat us, killed us if we even spoke our indigenous language or practiced those things. So of course, we will be afraid of that. We've been taught that. We've been brainwashed. Okay, and make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Thank you, moderators. What's up, Ultra Instinct? And that's why we're here. We're the pioneers in our bloodline. We're the generational curse breakers, right? Like, we come to make a shift and make a change. A lot of shifts is going to happen. A lot of sacrifices must be made. And, the human sacrifice that they talk about, shout out to Brother Panic and shout out to Bobby Hemmett. We always think that when they say a human sacrifice, we think that they're talking about actually sacrificing a person. And yes, there are some sick, twisted people in the industry that do sacrifice children and do things like that. Like, yes, that's very real. That's not what we're talking about. And I don't agree to that. When I'm talking about the human sacrifice, originally, the indigenous people believed that meant that you had to sacrifice your human self to become a god. And what do I mean by that? What's a god? A generator, operator, and destroyer, right? You are the generator, operator, and destroyer of your reality. This is what we're talking about today, right? Like, we're talking about shedding the old reality, stepping into new dimensions, and creating your own world. This is world building that we're doing here. We're seeing it happen now, right? We see how the algorithms work on social media. Whatever you engage with, whatever you like, whatever you comment under, whatever you're constantly looking at, the algorithms is going to keep sending those things to you. Well, some say that we live in a simulation. This is a simulated reality. And if that's the case, that means that our mind is a supercomputer, right? It's a supercomputer. It's an algorithm within itself. And that means that whatever we think of, whatever we focus on, whatever we ruminate on, the conversations that we entertain, the content that we're consuming, right? It's not just the food and the drinks that we're consuming. We got to be aware of what our eyes are taking in. The eyes is the what? The gateway to the soul. Okay. So whatever it is that you're looking at, you're absorbing that into your mind, subconsciously, consciously, right? This goes deep, y'all. I hope, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? Am I going too fast? Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Right. I know that's Bobby saying. That's why I've been shouting out Bobby this whole time. Bobby must be here right now, yo. I feel his energy. Bobby and my mother got the same birthday. Yeah. So I want you to understand that we are our own universe. We're our own world. When you meet somebody, you're being introduced into a whole nother cosmic world. That's how you got to look at things. And when you notice, and when you start to be more aware, and to be conscious just means just to be aware of things. The more aware you become of things, like, you start to notice more, right? You start to be aware of frequencies, of sounds, of feelings, of thoughts, of lingering memories, or things that other people probably don't notice. And the more you step into this, right, like, the more you meet people, you'll start to realize, like, the people that come into your life, and then let's say you meet somebody, they come into your life, you start associated with this person, and you hanging around this person all the time. And there's some people that will make you feel depressed. You ever, like, had a conversation with somebody and after talking to them, you feel down, you feel depressed, now you having issues, right? And I get it, right? Like, it's nothing wrong with being there for friends who are going through hard times, right? Like, we all need somebody to lean on, we all need somebody to listen to every now and then. But I always tell people this: I'm not that friend that you just come to vent to if you're not trying to get no type of solutions. Because I always ask people, like, do you just want to listen and air, or do you want advice? That way I know which angle they coming from. Because I'm the type of friend that's going to give you advice and see what happens. But if you keep coming to me with the same issue and same problem and you're not fixing it, you're going to annoy me. And I'm going to tell you. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't sit here and watch you destroy yourself. I'm not that type of friend. Right. And Brooke said it too. You become anxious, right? Like, you become anxious because a lot of spiritual people, hypersensitive people, empaths, those who are tapped into certain frequencies, your nervous system is more sensitive than average people. And because of that, you have to be careful because you can absorb other people's issues. That's why they'll say, oh my God, I feel so much lighter. I don't know why, but it's just something about you. Every time I talk to you, it just makes me feel much better. Yeah, you wonder why? Because you just dumped all of that heavy bullshit onto the person. That's why. That's why. Yes, thank you, Shadana. Thank you. If you smash that thumbs up button, y'all, I definitely appreciate you. Oh yeah, we cooking tonight. Listen, I told you. Once the bell come out and spirit hit me today, because I wasn't even gonna freaking listen. I wasn't even gonna go live, but I'm saying we have to realize what is poison to us and what is medicine to us. And we also gotta understand some people are like junk food, right? Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, one thing about me since I was little, I used to always love candy. But the thing about candy, you eat enough of it, you're gonna start getting cavities, right? It's not good for you long term. It affects your health. Yeah, it may be exciting to the taste buds because sugar is more addictive than heroin and cocaine. It's one of the most hardest things to kick. Sugar is a drug. I don't even know why they push it like that. It should be a label on those things, just like they put labels on alcohol, tobacco, and every other toxic substance. But some people are like junk food, and some people could be addictive, but it may not necessarily be good for you, right? Should I say this? Okay, I'm gonna say it. So, they always say that good sex can keep a toxic relationship going, and bad sex can ruin a good relationship. Have you ever heard that saying? It's a reason why I'm bringing this up, right? So there's a saying, I'm gonna just say it. So there's a coin they call, demon dick. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That demon dick, that double D, okay? That demon dick that might feel amazing, mind-blowing, but you know damn well, girl, that nigga ain't no good for your ass, okay? Yeah, I'm taking it there. I censored myself enough, okay? And for the fellas too, right? Because I got homeboys that be telling me yo, oh my God, yo, I can't stand this girl, man. He be complaining to me. I'm like, all right, so then why don't you leave her alone? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, it's the coochie, ain't it? And he be like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We all been there, okay? Y'all seen that viral video of that lady who was banging on Eddie's door on social media? I put it in my story. She was like, Eddie, let me in, Eddie. I miss you, Eddie, I love you. Oh my God, Eddie, I'm sorry. And then I'm like, God, please don't ever let this type of D find me. If y'all see me banging and crying out of a man's door, y'all know I'm down bad. Okay? I'm saying 11-11, baby. We being honest, we being real. So sometimes some people are like junk food, and it might feel exhilarating. It might feel amazing. And you know damn well that this person is destroying your mental health. You feeling drained. You out here looking like a zombie with dark circles in your eyes, and your skin is all fucked up, and you losing your edges, and you wondering what the hell going on. Baby, yeah, it's something attached to that good D. It's something attached to that good yoni, okay? It's a soul snatcher, and it's sucking up your soul bit by bit with every stroke. I'm telling you, I know it feels good, but this is what they talk about, like willpower, like the temptation of the flesh. You know, like this is what the consciousness is about, and it's a hard decision. And I'm having this conversation because somebody need. Who said that? No, I'm over here. Not the creamery. Ultra Instinct, stop. Who's yo? Because listen, the men and the women, we all go through it. Like, come on, like, okay. And I'm trying to tell you, you have to be strong enough to fight those temptations. Because anybody in here who ever said no to Demon D or to that yoni snatcher, to that yoni soul snatching coochie, y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? If you strong enough to walk away from that, that says a lot about you, though. That's strength. That's the inner. All right, now y'all being nasty. Come on now. Y'all know I'm a Cancer. Come on. Don't get me started hot and bothered, all right? I'm already sweating because I'm channeling. Come on. Plenty of chocolate. Oh, my God. Not the water park. The water park. Don't let her have a water park now. Woo. It ain't easy, but it's worth it. Right, Loki? He said it best. It's not easy walking away from that. That is the temptation. And some of those exes with the good D and the good yoni might come knocking on your door soon. So it's the reason why you tapped in right now, because Spirit is saying that temptation is about to come. So get ready. Brace yourself. Because temptation always comes when you're either at your weakest, your lowest, you're going through something. And here comes that temptation. Like, hey stranger. Hey, big head. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up? Okay? Exactly. Mac May said it best. It's not worth being drained at the end. And if you notice, after you go through the act, you end up feeling empty after. Or like literally empty, like something was taken from you. And you can't really put your finger on it. TK, you missed a lot, boo. Don't worry. Listen, if you coming in late, watch it from the beginning, because we dived into a lot in here. We got some righteous stuff going, and we got some ratchet stuff going. And if you like that mix, you in the right place. Smash that thumbs up button. Stop playing with me. What's up, TK? Yes. Oh, my God. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this energy, you are about to step into a new chapter in your life. You cannot be tempted by the past. The past will try, but you're about to step into something where that the love making, the sex is going to be so therapeutic for you. Imagine you still having that amazing sex with somebody who's healthy for you, somebody who pours into your soul, somebody who gets you, somebody on your frequency, somebody where you don't have to dumb down the conversation, somebody where you don't have to put on a mask and hide who you really are. Right? Like, you could be a normal, playful, silly self. You could mess around. You could do whatever you want to do. That's your person. And that's the energy that we're flowing into, because we're currently in a 9-year, right? This the year of the snake, the year of shedding. Okay? We're shedding the old layer. We're shedding that skin. The 9 energy deals with endings, transformations, right? That Martian energy, that's why all of this chaos and stuff is going on. They want to distract you from going inside the innerverse. They want to distract you from going inside yourself, because they know that there's a cosmic shift that's happening right now on a collective level. And everybody's feeling it. Let's be real. Everybody is feeling this cosmic shift right now. But there's a lot of people that don't know what's happening. They don't know, like, what the hell? Why am I having dreams about my past? Why is my traumas coming back up? Like, why am I being tempted to go back to my toxic ex? They scrambling right now, and they probably run into y'all because some of y'all are the healers, right? Some of y'all are the healers, the therapist friend, the therapist cousin, the therapist sister, whatever. You feel me? You have to understand that a lot of people, and I've been saying this since I started my channel in 2015. I said there's gonna come a point in time, 10 years ago, right? It's gonna come a point in time where the chosen ones, the spiritualists, the outcasts, the black sheep, the underdog, people are gonna look to you. Those who are last are gonna be first, and those who are first are gonna be last. Good for you, Shandana. Good for you. Next time they come, just say, excuse me, listen, I charge by the hour. Okay? Let me stop. But now, like I said, it's nothing wrong with being there for people who need you, right? Because you can feel it. Like, you can feel when people genuinely need you. Like, I am a Cancer. I love helping people. Like, I'm literally, like, built for that. Like, I enjoy seeing people improve themselves, knowing that, I help somebody along their journey. I take pleasure in that. However, I don't like to be taken advantage of. And you have to have strong boundaries when you are a healer, when you have a light about you. You got to protect it. Imagine if you had $1 million. Matter of fact, scratch that. Let's imagine you had $1 billion. Like you had a gem, a crystal, something, a magical crystal that was worth like billions of dollars, and it's your possession. You got to protect that thing because everybody and their mom is trying to get that. Literally, that's like Sailor Moon. Yo, anybody in here Sailor Moon fans? Watch Sailor Moon. Shout out to my anime fans out there. Sailor Moon, Usagi, or Serena, if you watch the American version, right? Her name is Usagi in the Japanese version. But, yo, Sailor Moon had this moon crystal, her magic crystal. And niggas from all sides of the galaxy wanted this crystal, bruh. Like, everybody was turning on her to get this crystal. She was, like, literally dying. The witch tried to turn her man against her to get that crystal. Like, she was guarding it with her life. That is literally like your heart. That's your energy. You got to protect it because there's going to be entities that will come from all different angles, all parts of the world, all different dimensions to get that sacred crystal from you. You are a crystal. Yes. You are. We have crystals inside of us. Crystal technology. We are made of stardust. And when you pay attention to a lot of the anime and the fiction and the cartoons, they all reveal the truth in there. That the brighter your light is, the more you're going to be attractive to these entities that want your light. You got to be careful. Just because you attracting certain things don't mean all of those things is good for you. And I want to also say this too. I don't really subscribe to when people say, if you attract negative people, they say that you're a negative person. That's not true. Because, listen, let me explain something, right? Like, just like moths to a flame, a light will attract all different types of people. That's why I say when you're doing, like, let's say attraction work, manifestation work, you got to be very clear on what you want to attract. And I did a funny video that went viral, and I was saying, ladies, if you bathe in catnip, these men will go crazy over you. You will attract all different types of men that's going to be trying to literally bang down your door. Because when you bathe in catnip, it makes you attractive. So when you're bathing in it, make sure that you set your attention for what it is that you're trying to attract, right? Whether it's attracting business opportunities, attracting, healthy friendships. Don't just say, I want to be attractive. Attractive to what? Okay? Be very, very clear on this. Yup, high vibrational attracts evil entities too. Hello? I'm telling you. When they talk about the new Christ coming, they were talking about you, the Christ consciousness coming. How y'all doing? I'm talking a lot. Let me drink some more of my chlorophyll water. This thing right here will detox you. It will make your blood more electric, more alkaline. Okay? Taking your sea moss with your smoothies in the morning. Break out that mucus. Get that mucus buster. Okay? And I mix mine. So sometimes I make my little green lemonade. So I'll get like lime juice. I got a whole picture of it. Like every day I drink it. Like get some lime, get some spring water, some liquid chlorophyll. Okay? And I get it, right? Like not all the chlorophylls I like. It's only a particular brand that I use. And I put that brand also in my Amazon link because this is the only one that I can actually tolerate the taste. And it also has copper in it. And y'all know the benefits of copper, right? Like copper is synchronized with Venus, and Venus is the goddess of what? Attraction, money, wealth, fortune, luxury, good energy, right? So as women, especially when we're drinking this copper, we're drinking liquid chlorophyll, and children can have it too, right? So different dosages, but not only does it make your skin clearer, but it makes you feel better. It literally cleans you out. It purifies the blood. What is the blood? Well, the blood is the ancestors. You're connected to your ancestors through the bloodline, right? Your ancestral bloodline. It also helps to purge, cleanse, detox you. And this is the time to detox. We're currently in a waning moon cycle where you're supposed to be letting go of things. And remember what I said in this book here, Time in the Technosphere, they worked with the cycles of the moon. They was more in sync with nature's rhythms. When we started following human time, man-made time, is when we lost ourselves. When we fell asleep. When we forgot ourselves. We stepped into the illusion. I literally feel like that's what they mean when they talk about we fell out of the Garden of Eden, of nature's rhythm. Yep, and you smell better too, right? Yep, you smell better too. So if you having any type of like body odor, it gets rid of all of that. If your lady downstairs is smelling a little, ripe, drink some chlorophyll water, okay, and it'll clean you right up. What else I wanted to speak about here? Hold on, I had another speaking point. Peace, family, right up. Oh, hold on, sorry. It's feedback. It is feedback. What is this? Oh, this is some new thing YouTube is doing. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. Right? I give a lot of tools and tips in my ebook, Breaking Out of the Matrix, because I feel like we already breaking out. It's just that more people, it's easier to kind of have the instructions in place than to kind of just be wondering how to do it. And I feel like a lot of us are pioneers, right? Like a lot of us, nobody taught us this. A lot of us learned through a lot of trial and error. I'm speaking from experience, right? Like I learned a lot from trial and error. And we're going to make a lot of mistakes. The pioneers make a lot of mistakes because the path has not been cut out yet for you. You are the one that's making the path. You're the one that's opening up the new doorway in 1111 for the ones behind you to follow. And that's a big burden, right? Like that's a lot, right? That one energy being the leader, being the pioneer, the self-starter. Baby, that right there takes courage. And I just want to congratulate everybody in the building right now who took that brave choice, that brave decision to take the path least walked, to take that path that nobody else wanted to make the decisions that was hard, that most people are too afraid to do. Give yourself a pat on the back right now, because a lot of us don't give ourselves enough credit. A lot of us don't realize how powerful and big that is. Like, you're making moves out here. And I know that life be life, and then sometimes we just flowing through life and we never have time to just stop and look back and be like, damn, I really did that. Like, yo, I really came a long way. And even myself, like, I'm in that space now where I'm finally kind of just looking like, damn, I did a lot over the past 10 years, yo. Like, Even when I started my YouTube platform, when it wasn't really a lot of women doing this, right? Like this was mostly a male dominant space. Most of my teachers are men. Bobby Hibbett, Brother Panic, Delbert Blair, and other teachers too. But it was putting my neck out there. And at the time, magic and stuff, this was like, shamed upon. You was demonized. You was called a witch, or a devil worshiper. Okay. But that's the courage, that's the choice that I made, walking away from the corporate world, trusting spirit to guide me, putting my public face out there for the world to see. Even though my family were Christian, right? Like I took that chance and I took that choice because I knew that there was a bigger destiny for me. And I'm saying this story because a lot of y'all are going through something similar. Y'all story is probably almost the same. The choices that you made, right? Being the only one when nobody else did it. Maybe you set the trend for other people that's following. And I'm happy that I did, because I love the fact that now more people are now speaking about spirituality. Now it is trending. I'm not even mad about it. I only get mad when people don't credit me and they steal my shit. But you know what? It is what it is. And people know what it is. Thank you so much for the donation, my love. 1111, thanks for the reminders. All of the discernment and magic wand is being used for good right now. Happy 1111, Conjure Queen. Peace, prosperity, and progress respectfully. Same to you, Booby. Happy 1111 to everybody in the building. What I want you to do is a very simple ritual tonight. I want you on a piece of paper to write down what it is that you want to walk into, like a doorway. Literally draw a door, and then on that door, a piece of paper, right? Like you're drawing a door on a piece of paper, and you're going to write on that door everything that you want to be behind that door, whatever it is. A new home, happy relationship, a new addition to the family, a new job, just joy, fulfillment. I feel like a lot of the times when we focus on the non-tangibles, right? Like just saying like alignment, peace, joy, fulfillment. Because sometimes we may not be conscious of what our soul really wants, but when we just focus on the feeling that we want to feel, whatever it is, those things, materialistic matrix things will come in. But it's the feeling that we're focusing on, right? Like, why do we want money? We don't want money just for money's sake. We want money so that way it can make life more easy, or we can do the things that we need to do. Money is a tool, right? Imagine if you never had to worry about, a roof over your head. We're literally entering into a world where technology is going to be able to provide for all of our survival needs, right? Like imagine free food. You ain't never got to buy food again. Imagine free energy. Imagine free healthcare. Imagine never having to pay rent again, right? Everybody has a home. Imagine that. Now, if that's the case, and you don't have to worry about having a job, and the only thing you need to focus on is just contributing to human evolution, that is where we're going. I'm telling you, I've seen it. So don't fall for the okie doke of the world is falling apart. Yes, it is. Which world is falling apart? Oh, yeah, the system. We asked for this, though. We are literally the anomaly in this matrix system, the hack that's going to break this shit down. That's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. That's why people can see a light. That's why you don't fit into certain circles and certain and these boxes. You weren't meant to. You were meant to stand out. You were meant to shift the algorithms. You were meant to shake shit up. Oh, you said it best, boo. Destruction always comes before rebirth, and we in that Scorpio energy. That's what Scorpio is all about. Breaking shit down. The alchemical fire, to break it down, to purge things. And then as you come and rise up as that phoenix, you're renewed. All of that is happening right now. So understand that things are not happening to you, it's happening for you. And you need to write this down somewhere so you constantly remind yourself when things start getting rough and things start getting hard, just say, okay, I understand that this too shall pass. This is just momentary, that I'm just going through the dark night of the soul. And once I emerge out of this, I'm coming for everything I deserve. You feel me? I am coming for everything I deserve. Any delays, anybody who shitted on me, and I'm saying this is everybody in the building. This is what your spirit is probably saying. You probably like, yo, everybody who shitted on me, who didn't believe in me, like everything that was delayed to me, I'm coming for everything that I deserve. If I was depressed, if I was sad, baby, I'm coming up out of that. I'm telling you, you about to come out of that. That's not going to last. You leaving that behind in the old gateway, the old door, stepping into that new 1111 energy. It's okay, the Neoverse. We've all been there. We've all been there. The shaman goes through the most traumatic, heartbreaking, literally like mental breakdowns. The shaman go through so much because they are the ones who learn how to heal themselves. Do you know how powerful that is? The things that you have went through and the fact that you are still here, most people would not have survived that. I don't think y'all realize how strong, how powerful you really are. And you need somebody to remind you. So I'm reminding you today, you have done an amazing job. You are fulfilling your life's purpose. People are watching you, whether they say it or not. You have changed lives. You have done a lot. And by you just focusing on yourself and healing yourself, you are healing generations. Your ancestors before you, others after you. Energy is contagious. So don't focus on the world falling apart and all that other stuff. Let it fall apart. I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day that was, trying to scare me like, oh my God, and the economy is crumbling. We all going to die. And we all going to get sick again. And I'm like, so what? So what? If God or the universe decides, you know what, let's just blow up the whole entire earth, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I've made peace with death. Like, and I know that might sound a little bit morbid or macabre, but I'm going to tell y'all, like, when you go through certain shit, after a while, it's like the only thing that's really the scariest thing that you think about it is death. Once you're not afraid of death, it's like, yo, that's a scary ass person. A person who could look death in the face and be like, I'm not afraid of you. If you coming all right, then come on. Shit. You feel me? I'm telling you. So, times is changing. Let me turn this off, sorry. Times is changing. The shifts is happening. What you focus on is going to be amplified. So make sure that you're focusing on things that feed you, not starve you. And be careful of people who are junk food. You feel me? Energy never dies. It just transforms. And that's what I'm saying. Like, those who had near-death experiences will tell you, like, once they go through that, they really realize, they start enjoying life because they realize how fleeting it is. It's literally like a blink of an eye. And then you're on to the next life, the next dimension. Same. I think the hood for that knocks fear of death right up out of me. And a lot of the times, right, like people, I think I mentioned my story, but for people that's new, same what Ultra Instinct said, right? Like, I come from humble beginnings. Like, I literally come from Brooklyn, like the projects, right? Like, and when you grow up in certain hard times, it develops your character, right? Like, it's testing. Like, those who have been through very challenging childhoods or challenging lifestyles or had to raise themselves or didn't have strong support systems or, just life was lifing for you and you had to figure shit out and you had no type of instructional manual and nobody to guide you. Like, you just was like freestyling and shit. When we was trained for this, we were being prepared for this moment now. Everything that we've been through, everything that you've experienced, all of the trials and tribulations, the traumas, the hardships, like, that built your character. That was your initiation. And the signs of your initiation, like you're transforming, you're probably feeling it now, right? The ascension symptoms, the body aches, the purging. Somebody in here said it earlier, like they've been crying and they don't know why. Like, why they emotional? Why they lashing out? Like sit with that, focus on that, ask yourself, where is this coming from? If you got to just spend some time alone and meditate, do that. Go walk in the park, go sit by water, go to the beach, go be in nature, go to the woods, go for a hike. Like, do what it is you need to do that brings you that sense of peace, right? Smudge your space. Make sure you open up the windows and getting that fresh energy in. And also tonight, like if you can, do like a body scrub, like exfoliate your body, get that dead skin off of you, because that is also symbolic of releasing old energy. Dead skin is old energy. Like your body literally pushes things up to the surface of your skin that's coming from inside of you. And when it's just sitting there, that's stagnant energy. Scrub that. First of all, not only will your skin be glowing, but you're going to feel better. Anybody in here ever had like a face scrub, or you did a whole body scrub after a nice bath and your skin feel all smooth, you feel light, put on some new fresh sheets? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. And the new moon is coming up too. I'm telling you, this is the time right now, the waning moon cycle. Just do your detoxes, drink lots of water, exfoliate your skin, take your spiritual baths if you need to. I got a whole video on YouTube that's talking about different spiritual baths to take for cleansing, for love, for money, purification, protection, right? And also, for those who want to go even deeper into the occult, like ancestral work, spiritual channel, and medium, because I know a lot of y'all are mediums and y'all are learning how to work with your psychic gifts, right? Like, I have classes on this. I have downloadable videos that you could just watch, like 3, 4, 5 hours long, that's giving you resources like books, websites, links, practical exercises, rituals, right? Demonstration videos that's showing you how you can tap into this magic, into this world, into this portal, how to understand these ascension symptoms, how to pick up and discern between good spirits and bad spirits. When you're channeling, to know whether it's your inner voice or if it's a spirit talking to you. Because I know somebody once asked me that, like, how do we know the difference between our voice and the spirit's voice, a good spirit and a bad spirit? And I know when you're new to this, and I had to learn the hard way, right? Like, when you're new to this, you're figuring things out and you're going to make mistakes. So be open to making mistakes. Be open to learning. It's okay. We all make mistakes. The best of the best don't make mistakes. And something's hitting my spirit right now, so I want to say this too. You know what I used to wonder? And I'm quite sure some of y'all probably wonder this too. You ever wonder why, you say, you know what, spirit, like I work with my ancestors, I take care of myself, I keep my vibration high. So why would spirit allow somebody to touch me spiritually? And what I mean by that is, right, like people who wonder, right, like be careful with thinking that you're invincible, because it doesn't matter how powerful you are. Somebody can still send black magic to you or evil eye to you. And I used to wonder this. I used to say, well, if we're protected by our ancestors and our spirits, why would they allow somebody to even send that? Now hear me when I say this. If you've ever had a touch of witchcraft on you, or somebody said evil eye to you, right? Like, and there's signs, and like I said, I got a video talking about the signs of spiritual psychic attack, witchcraft. The reason why your spirits or ancestors will allow that to happen is because they're letting you know. It's kind of like your immune system, the alarm system, like somebody is fucking with you right now. Hear me out. Whatever it is that you experience is only a percentage of what that person tried to send to you. Because imagine if you had no protection at all, like all hell would have broke loose for you. But I learned in life that sometimes when we're not taking our spiritual baths consistently, when we're not saying our prayers or our mantras, and life be life, and so sometimes we forget. Sometimes the spirits will allow little things to happen to remind us that, one, we're not invincible. Two, just like when we get a cold or a sick, like a pathogen, or we're about to get sick, like our immune system, our body, our supercomputer body lets us know. And it tells us, it says, hey, there's a pathogen inside of you, and we're going to give you a sore throat or make your body ache a little bit to let you know that we're getting rid of something inside of you. You may not get a full-blown flu or sickness, because you might just get a little scratchy throat, but then you be like, oh, all right, let me go take my colloidal silver. Yeah, I need to get some colloidal silver because now it's flu season, and y'all already know what they try to do with that around this time of year. All right, I need to take my colloidal silver. Okay, let me go take my elderberry. Let me go take my vitamin C. Let me go put extra lime juice in my chlorophyll water so I could boost my immunity. So your body is a warning symbol, right? Like, just like you have alarms or security set up in your home to let you know when a burglar's breaking in, that's what your spiritual alarm is. So let's say, when you start to smell foul odors like sulfur or rotten eggs or something, like your spiritual system is alarming you. When you start to have nightmares, is your soul or your spirit is warning you something is trying to get in. This is when you're supposed to be like, oh, all right, somebody trying me. Okay, let me bulk up on my let me bulk up on my baths. Let me bulk up on my protection rituals. Let me cover my head today. Let me put my oils on me. Let me smudge and burn my house out with dragon's blood and garlic. Like, it's letting you know what's. Excuse me. Get down. Come here. That's my baby. Don't be acting up. Come here. You want to say hi to the people? Come here. Come on. There you go. Spink, say hi. That's my baby. No biting. He just want attention. Okay, he giving y'all his back again. He always do this. Sorry, y'all. Every time I go live, Spink start acting up. He's like, he about to start being part of the lives because he just want attention. Hey, baby. Last time we was doing readings, he started yelling at me because he was hungry. He was like, nah, you been up there too long. Get off of there. Yeah. But where was I before he distracted me? I think whenever we get interrupted like that, sometimes it's signs that it's time to stop talking about that or the message was delivered. But yeah, that's a sign. Our spirits warn us when somebody is trying us, and I want you to start paying attention to those signs when you have nightmares or dreams, or you start feeling certain things like sharp pains, like somebody poking you with little needles, or burning sensations on the side of your body or your feet. If you feel burning in your feet, then that means somebody probably tried to put like some powder, like hot foot powder, or poison you through the feet, like through hoodoo. And like I said, y'all, if y'all not already checking out my videos, I have tons of videos, 10 years worth of videos, over 500 and something videos that are free information. I'm telling y'all how to do this, right? Like, yeah, I have classes and stuff for those who want to go deeper, and I have a book breaking out the matrix for information I don't put online, because they do take a lot of my shit down, right? But I want you to know that you always have the power to control what happens with you, right? Like, you can't control when people try to throw witchcraft at you. And that's something that I had to learn, right? Like, you could be the nicest person. People throw witchcraft at me all the time. Like, it's people I don't even know. But look, like, it's 300 or something people in here, right? Like, it's somebody in here that probably don't like me, that's a monitoring spirit. But that's why I have my protection. And I already know, like, my spirit tells me what's up. You know what I'm saying? But that's not going to stop me from doing what I got to do. Never change who you are because people around you are uncomfortable with your light. When I was younger, I used to dim my light because I realized that when I shined too bright, it made the other people around me insecure. And me being an empath, I could feel it. I could sense it. I didn't want people to feel jealous or envious of me. So I said, okay, let me just blend in with the crowd. Let me just dim myself. Let me allow them to shine more than me, because you know what? If that keeps the peace. But then I started realizing, I said, nah, fuck that shit. Like, I'm not about to like miss out on my opportunities and my blessings to make somebody else comfortable when they not shrinking for me. Fuck that. I'm about to shine bright. I'm out to have boundaries, and I'm not going to allow anybody to dim my light ever again. So when I started getting a little, getting some confidence in me, strutting my shit, talking my shit, people ain't like that. But baby, listen, if you talk your shit, if you could back it up, right, baby? Speaks is like, yeah. But Anyway, don't dim your light for anybody. This is the time when you're going to shine. The chosen ones, the illuminated ones, the black sheeps, the outcasts. You feel me? Like, listen, we're shining now. Those who are last is now first. I'm telling you. We've been prepared for this. We've been trained for this. Thank you so much for the donations, y'all. I appreciate you. Abundant One, I appreciate you, Booby. Thank you, Macy. Thank you, Rich Girl. I'm telling you right now, everything's about to shift. Spirit is about to make your enemies your stepping stool. I just heard that. You gonna see? Watch. Things is about to change. The game is about to change. It's already changing. Time is coming. Time is here, Rohan. The time is here. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Okay? No, that's what you got to say all the time. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. But that don't mean that weapons won't be formed. Because those weapons, they're going to try you. But they will never win. They will never win. Oh, yes. I don't play about my Psalms. I do not play. Listen, those Psalms are powerful. My grandmother made me memorize the 23rd Psalm. Because when I was a little kid, I had this witch. Y'all know about the hag riding you? Oh my God. Like, and if y'all have children, please watch my video where I talk about the ways to protect your babies, like hoodoo tips to protect your babies. Because 9 times out of 10, if you have the blood, your children probably have it. Or some of your little cousins, whatever. You got to protect them. Because children are literally like magnets to these entities on the other side. And they literally try to take their breath away. You think that it's the cat. Like, so my family from the South, they used to always say, don't keep cats around babies because the cat steals the baby's breath away. But the truth is, it's not the cat that steals the baby's breath away. It's the entity, and the cat is trying to protect that baby from that entity. I might have to post that on Instagram. I think I seen a video of that where the lady ran into the room because she thought the cat was trying to smother the baby, but the cat was literally fighting an entity. Like, cats could see things. Like, so many times, like, Spinks be seeing shit and he'll chase that entity right out of my house. When I was living in New Orleans is haunted as hell. Yes, the cat stops it. And I think even in Casper, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it was like the original Casper, like back in the 90s. Shout out to my 90s babies, right? It was a scene where like the ghost was trying to do something, and there was a cat in the room, and the cat was hissing, and the ghost was like, "Oh hell no, we don't fuck with those cats!" Like, and it ran out. Was it Casper? I feel like it was Casper. And so I'm like, oh, okay, those ghosts, those entities don't like cats. Cats see things. Spinks don't play that, and that's why he here too. It was Casper. Thank you for confirming that. You feel me? Thank you for confirming that. Thank you so much for the donation. And listen, shout out to the moderators. Yes, family, yes. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I know there could be some monitoring spirits up in here. But listen, you know what? It don't even matter. Come get this consciousness. Come get this light, man. They need it more than ever. They need it more than ever. But yes, it's been 10 years since we've been on YouTube. A minute. You've been up here for a minute. And that's why I miss going live. The lives was always lit. The lives is always lit. But listen, make sure that if you're not already, subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I have tons of books and resources for y'all. Tons of videos y'all need to go and watch. I'll see if I could post them in the comments after this. Those who came later, make sure that you rewatch this again, because sometimes we need to re-listen to the message, because sometimes we can miss it the first time, right? They say, even when it comes in prayer, they say sometimes you got to say your affirmations 3 times, right? Like, one for the conscious mind, one for the subconscious, one for the superconscious mind. So that way it's drilled into all the minds, the mind, the body, and the spirit. So sometimes what I do is, like, I'll listen to certain lectures or certain things so that my subconscious can absorb it. Yo, side note, when I was in school, and this is a tip for those who are like in school or studying for something. For the life of me, I couldn't understand. Like, I was always that person that was in the back of the class sleeping. Like, if this topic was boring, like history or math, I was literally in the back. I was out. But I'll tell you one thing, I aced those freaking tests. And, you know, some of my classmates be like, yo, how does she get A pluses and she's always sleeping? And what I realized is that my subconscious mind was picking up on everything that the professor was saying. Even though consciously I was out, my subconscious was taking notes. And so when the test came, even though I may not have consciously known the answer, my subconscious knew. So that's for those who are trying to learn a new language. Play like a tape when you sleeping. Yo, why am I thinking about Dexter? Remember the episode of Dexter when he was and cartoons teach us shit. That episode of Dexter when he was trying to learn French and he had the tape on. And then it just kept repeating the same thing. Like, what was it? Omelette douche flamage. And that's the only word he knew how to say. But he memorized it because he was asleep and the tape kept playing. I know, my age is showing. I'm talking about Dexter from Cartoon Network. Yes, y'all. I'm a nerd with cartoons and anime. But I'm bringing that up to say there's a science to this. Play it when you're sleeping. You know, even having like a textbook under your bed, like I'm telling you, under your pillow, or even writing your affirmations on a piece of paper and putting it under your pillow and going to sleep. Writing your questions to your spirit guides, putting it under your pillow and going to sleep, and the answers will come to you. It's something about that dream space, right? Oh, Wendy, I'm so sorry, booby. You know what, Wendy? But you know, the bright side is they say that when our familiars or our pets pass on, that they still follow us. Like, they're our protectors on the spiritual realm. So just like somebody earlier in the chat said, you know, we don't really die. Energy just transforms. That's all. So now his energy is no longer contained. Your cat, he or she, their energy is no longer contained to a physical vessel. But now it's expanded, and he or she can protect you anywhere. Okay? But, yo, we delved into a lot in this live. Yo, we talked about Sailor Moon, Dexter. We talked about books, Time in the Technosphere, like ratchet shit, righteous shit. If you with that type of vibration, man, subscribe. And also join me on Instagram. Or, I am Conjure Queen. Because like I said, I post more of my like ratchet, raunchy shit in my stories. Because people be flagging my posts as damn freaking prudes and shit. Reporting me. But you know how it is with the water signs. We a little, you know. But anyway, this was a fun live, y'all. Make sure that y'all subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Thank you, everybody who donated to the channel, sent the super chats and the cash apps. And make sure that you guys check out my ebook, Breaking Out the Matrix. I read a lot of books, but I don't promote my book enough. But if you haven't read it already, go and read my book. There's a lot of information in there. And I also share other resources and books. And as a journalist, because I consider myself a journalist, I always cite my information. Right? So that way you could verify the information for yourself. Never take everything I say for granted, or any other creator, speaker, news anchor. Always wonder where they get their sources from, right? In school, they teach us to cite our sources in our bibliography. So that is what I do. Get Time in the Technosphere. All of these is linked in the description. I'll probably post it in the comments after the live is done. Oh, I didn't show this book. I'll probably talk about this book next time, because I don't want to overwhelm y'all. And I'm about to go down a new rabbit hole, y'all. I don't want to talk about it too much, but I think they're going to like this one. I discovered a new rabbit hole, and I'm literally like in tunnel vision, binge studying this with resources. So when I come out with this new video for y'all, whoo, I can't wait till it's done. Also, make sure you get signs and symbols. And make sure tonight, like I said, your homework is to, oh, did I even finish giving y'all the ritual? I don't think I did. I said on a piece of paper, a ritual for tonight is to write your intentions on, like, write on a piece of paper the door, and write on that door everything that you want to be behind that door, since today is 11/11 gateway. Try to get some sleep before 11. It's almost 11 p.m. here in New York. I don't know where y'all at. But try to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight, and if not, because it is witching hour, and I know probably some of y'all going to be up doing y'all rituals, which is fine too, right? Like whatever time you go to bed, you go to bed. Clear your space, clear your mind, relax your body, and write your affirmations on that piece of paper. And I want you to put it under get a glass of water. Put it under that glass of water that's near your nightstand. If you don't have a nightstand, put it under your bed. If your bed is on the floor, then put it next to where you sleep, right? And that's what you're gonna do. And then the next morning, you're going to drink the water, because your intention is to absorb that energy. Now, normally, right, when you sit out the glass of water, whether it's for like to clear your dreams, you don't drink that water. But this is for this ritual tonight for 11/11. So write your intentions on a piece of paper, draw the door, write your intentions on that door, what you want behind that door, and then on that piece of paper, put it underneath that glass of water. The next morning you wake up, you rise up, you read whatever's on that piece of paper, you drink that water, symbolizing like as within, so without. And then once you're done with that, you could burn that piece of paper, cast it to the winds, flush it down a toilet, which is running water here in New York City, since we don't got lakes and rivers. But if you're near a creek or a river, you could just toss it into the river. Or if you live in if you got your own backyard, you could bury it, right? But I'm in an apartment, a high rise in New York City, so I ain't got no freaking no backyard, unfortunately. But I am manifesting one, because I need one. I'm tired of New York. Anyway, y'all, thank you so much for the donations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out my links in the description. Thank you, everybody who was engaging in the chat. Y'all made it extra fun. And remember to watch this over. You might have to watch it over once or twice to get the downloads, because we talked about a lot. Yes, I should have put the links in the chat. But you know what? You guys that are interested in finding my books and my links and my classes, you'll find it in the description. All right. I love you guys so much. Happy 11/11 and happy manifestation to everybody in the building. Ashe, Aho, Dua, Amin Ra. Peace.